Oh dear, another one of those days. Gonna be late out today, but never mind. We'll get out for a little bit at least. Don't fancy getting absolutely soaked though, for the sake of it. Well, it's still raining, and all my plans for my walk that I'd worked out have been thwarted. But getting down here to catch a special that is, unsurprisingly, running early by over half an hour. I certainly didn't plan to make it a wet, rainy station day today, and hopefully it won't be. It's due to stop shortly, so if it does, I'll go back, get rid of my raincoat, etc., because I'll be too hot otherwise, and have a wander around later on, but I won't be going that far. Anyway, while I was waiting for the rain to stop, this was quite interesting. This popped up. There we are. Don't be afraid or anything. It's nothing. The dog doesn't get injured, but it's dog stops train at Paignton crossing. And it's a little video that someone filmed. Dog got loose. No one knew whose dog it was, and loads of people climbed over to try and catch it, and it hid under the train, etc. Anyway, the link to it is above now. So if you want to watch that, there's the link. But yeah, like I say, don't worry, the dog's safe and that, and they got it. There's no danger to it per se. But I thought I'd show you that anyway. There we go. And of course, before I think of it, we should also do Kev's picks, shouldn't we? Before we forget those. So here we go, you know the score by now. There's the page. There's the top one big. And of course there's the bottom one big. And that's Kev's picks for the day. Lovely. Obviously not the special, but film it anyway. Just one of our regular ones, off towards Newton Abbot, and eventually down to Paignton. It's that level crossing that we just saw.
Now approaching platform 1 does not stop here. Stand back from the platform edge and hold on to pushchairs and wheelchairs.
Looks like we might have a bit of sunshine. I'm not going to go home and get changed. I'm late enough out already. No mad one today. My son's not due up with family. He came up yesterday. Came up just about 12:30. Stayed for a couple of hours. Then he went off to Totnes to do something with some blinds apparently. Fitting some blinds for someone. That's not his job or anything. But he's helping someone out. So fair play. So I haven't got him up today, but do have Nick's lunch later on, which I'm looking forward to. So as I say, my main problem really is that I had a big plan of what I was going to do in a certain order, and that train was due to be towards the end of it, not right at the start. So do I do everything back to front? I don't know. I'll just see how it goes. We've got plenty of berries here, haven't we? They're doing well this year. Excellent. You'll be pleased to know it's still standing. Well, where the sun comes out, there's certainly some warmth in it today, but also more potential for rain, unfortunately. One of those funny days. But I guess we're going to get them more and more and more as we go into autumn, which is fine. So I'll have to start adjusting myself accordingly. after being spoilt by the lovely weather we've had recently. Now as we go down Sack Street, we find ourselves on the Sack Street Bridge, and I want to talk about a bridge, but not the bridge I'm on, the bridge that I'm hoping to see when I lift the camera up. That bridge there. Now believe it or not, that bridge was built overnight. Yes, overnight. Anyway, here's a shot of the picture and the information about it. There we are. And just drop down to the information so you can pause and read it if you like. Basically says that it was built overnight in 1969, and that the next bit of road between the still standing roundabout and the museum was due in 1972, and it tells you how they did it, and here's the photo of it larger. So there we go, showing the houses that are just out of shot up to the right. Lovely, all done in a day. Smash in. Quite the feat of engineering for 1969. Fair play to them, fair play. I'm not going to go out to Polly Steps today, just going to sort of cut that bit off, head off towards the point now, I think. A sunny Pellow Arcade. Lots of people complaining on Facebook about these seats from outside the bar and Malloy's that were over here, all being removed by the council. People aren't generally pleased. But there we go though. There we go. Oh, we've still got the liquid sunshine, it's not stopped yet. There we go, Devon Sandbox. That's where you can get the dog bandanas from. It's like the one that's used up at Mules Park. Gary's wife makes them, sends them down. Lovely. Devon Sandbox, just up here by the old London Hotel, opposite Forget-Me-Nots Florist and the Healthy Pet Shop. Lovely. Now that's quite a nice dog bandana on a grass dog that's in the window of the Healthy Pet Shop. Marilyn Monroe. Great big picture there in the tag. Lovely. Relish, of course, not open because it's Sunday, but all good otherwise. And of course what was Shoulden Bakery is now the Makery. All about the art trail, and you go in there and do things, I believe. Teignmouth Arts Action Group, TAG, that's what it stands for. This bit here is where the old fire station would have been back in the day when this was all the town hall and everything. I've done photos of that in some of my bombing videos. If you want to search for that, just search bombing and WW2 on the channel. You'll see one from 1941 and one from 1942. And I think the picture of the fire engine or fire station as was is right there, slap bang in the thumbnail. We'll walk down Brunswick Street in this direction. That's the back of the Royal Court flats there that we see on the seafront. Past the Salvation Army place, which I seem to remember was going to have something happen to it some time ago. I remember reporting it and saying, I wonder if that'll ever happen, and it doesn't look like it ever did, but I can't even remember what it was that was supposed to happen now. So there we go. And of course that building up there, up ahead, opposite, across from the pink one there, that was the lifeboat inn. Still got a memory of it in the window. There we are, that's painted on the window. And that was the lifeboat inn. Very popular pub, very well known. I believe Rob used to go there back in the day. Hello Rob. I'm just have a little look along here by the blue hut and the orange hut. And of course there's the Restless up ahead. Get a shot of that for Hornby Man, who always asks after it. It would be lovely if we'd had that trip up to Coombs Cellars But I guess it wasn't to be, was it? It wasn't to be. Anyway, in the same direction as Coombe Cellars, but not quite as far up, we got Devon Valley that we mentioned from time to time, we visited. And Gary, that's Bobby's dad who hurt his ankle the other day, went up there. He just had a look in from the gate. Here's some pictures that he took when he was up there. I'm pleased to report when it comes to Bobby, his son, it's apparently just a hairline fracture and he's out the cast now and he's got to walk on it with crutches and use it, so that's okay. But apart from those pictures, he also took some video, which is linked above. There we are. So if you want to see them looking in from the gates, there's the video. Cheers for sending that down. And as usual, wishing Bobby swift recovery. That's the hut that was nearly washed away due to the poor foundation. 14th of the 4th, 25. Great big block of concrete now. Lovely. And that's Rosie's hut. That's a bit more solid, isn't it? Yes, a little bit more solid. Of course, here we are at the point, looking back at it. Lovely. And here's a picture from 1969. Here we go. Something that was in the paper. Not quite sure what it was about really, but that was it. And that's been knocking around on my desk. Now I've done it, I can put it into my used photos folder. Excellent. So there we go, 1969. Smash. Now is that the aurora again? In the mist? Quite possibly. Possibly. I'm going to head down along the seafront now. Basically start heading home, in all fairness. Wind is behind me, thankfully. So that's better. Hope you enjoyed those photos from John I did yesterday. I've got another load sent through from him. Be doing those shortly. Not today though. Like I say, I had a totally different walk planned. But here we go, we check the two signs and see whether they agree with each other. Well, the dates agreed. 20 up here, 18, and showers. Let's see what it says a little bit further up, if I can remember that. Of course, just over there are the tables, formerly known as Captain's tables, outside of Venus. And again, no one sat on them. Look what I've found. Copyright music galore. Lovely. No, not copyrighted, hopefully, because it's a chap singing it and not the original artist. Goes to show, I didn't realise. Breaking it up into 4-second chunks, because 4-second chunks shouldn't trigger any copyright. Lovely, the trikes, modern type of trike, and the more traditional type, big ones, and that type as well, Harley. All sorts going on down here. I had no idea this was taking place at all. Lovely smell of food as well. Lovely smell. It's great. Shame I got my dinner later. Look at that. Big open barbecue. Smashing. That'd be more my size. A little bit smaller than some of these great big ones. Oh, Virago. Now I'll tell you a little story about that. I very, very nearly owned a Virago once. I was offered it for £60 a week, no interest, brand new from TVM when it was closing down, Team Valley Motorcycles. And I was so tempted, but I hadn't passed my test. I wouldn't have been able to ride it. I had to learn, and I was contemplating going to America. And America won. America won. Oh, there we go. I hope I haven't missed anything out, particularly of an importance to anyone that's watching. I don't really know what I'm filming. I'm not a bike person really, but lovely to see them all down here on the Den. Smash in. Oh, I'm glad I saw that. Gave me something to film anyway. Even if I was a bit worried about the music at the start. There we are, there's our fountain in the triangle with our seagull attached to the top. So all is well in the world. And the scaffolding's down on the building. Ooh. Fingers crossed they're reopening. Looks like got a new oven in there. And I did see a few TVs like to use for menus on the screen going in the other day. So it might be reopening under new management, possibly. They bought it as a takeaway, a going concern, and they're going to reopen with their own twist on it. And one last glimpse of Teignmouth's main street on this drizzly day. Well, so much for the rain stopping like they said it was going to, and me going home and putting on my other top. Glad I stayed in this one now. It's getting heavier if anything, but I will risk it for a biscuit and take a brolly if need be, because I'm definitely going to be getting my lunch from Nick's later on. Looking forward to that. Right, there we are. That's it. Not going to do a long sign off today. That's what you've ended up with, and all good. See you tomorrow, hopefully. Take care. Let's hope it's not raining. Bye.